Hello, everybody, and welcome back, except for Connar. Wait, there he is. Okay.
No.
The man of the hour.
Yep.
Good dog.
So, you're all standing around. You've managed to patch Big Bad Kane's wounds. It took all three of you together working on him, trying to find the different medical supplies and put him together. Bastian's lying there being like, the salt, I need more salt. And you guys like trying to stitch him together. And
I probably wasn't even trying, to be honest.
Talk did all the work.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
like,
Joe tried, but he's not very good.
Yeah.
with like a 4 and plus 12, do I really have to? But I mean, he's kind of useful, but like I just like half-assed like late
And
pressure.
Big Bad kind of like seeing him not doing well. Fuck you.
All right. So, what time? Is it still nighttime?
Yeah, it's still nighttime. The fire is still burning. Those of you that are conscious are standing around looking at the mess at your feet.
I think we should probably switch around. Like, this is gonna smell after a while. And like, look at that guy. Like, he avoided his bowels just now. It just started reeking. But like, let's just. I'm talking about Big Bad
Joe
Kane.
was just like trying to wipe his spear off on the grass.
Yeah.
Yes. Also, something lying next
Gross.
to one of the corpses that you don't want to look really at too close.
Yeah.
Yes.
the detachable thing.
Yeah, that thing. So, what are you guys gonna do about this problem that you have here?
I say we switch up. Like we go a little bit ways away from this mess, right?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
I'm sure you guys are strong enough to carry Big Bad Kane.
I got a cart.
Right.
We struggle him into the cart.
On the bright side, you now have an extra bow that you cannot use.
Because it's too strong.
Yep, because
Right.
he has weak arms.
I have chicken arms. Yeah.
You hear that while you look at the bow.
Yeah, when I try to string the bow, yeah. Alright, we moved like, I don't know, like 15, 20 minutes away from here, something like that, make a new camp. Sounds good.
Perfect. You just move camp, and I guess there's probably not too much sleeping left over. Maybe just like moving camp to a more pleasant location, and then waiting for the sun to come up because it's already pretty late in the night.
Right.
Eventually, the sun does rise. You're all fine, I guess. I don't know. It's been a traumatizing evening.
Well, I think I'd like to say, like, this is nothing compared to the tomb, my first adventure. Like, we were talking about trauma, really.
Right. Yeah. Definitely nothing like the tomb.
Mm-hmm.
So here you are in the morning. Let's go take a look at the map. You're almost all the way to the place that you want to go.
Okay. Well, I mean, Kane's not gonna wake up anytime soon.
No, definitely not. So where are you going?
I mean, what do you guys feel like? Does it seem like you're just gonna turn back, or are we gonna try and finish this anyway?
Could go down to Stoneport, see if they've got maybe a cleric down there, maybe someone who's
That's such
a healer.
ways around, though. But I guess it's, well, not gonna be much use. Is
Would you prefer to have Big Bad Kane supporting us, even if he's only throwing knives or something? Or would you prefer to...
I would prefer if he took the hits for me. I would.
Well, you see, if he kills things, they can't hit you.
Fine, but that's at least another day or two. Okay.
So here's the thing. Do you want to get it more... Do you want to take the day or two to potentially get hit less? Or do you want to just save a day or two and maybe get hit more?
There's no guarantee that there's any healers in Stoneport.
But
Fine.
you're right, there isn't.
Let's.
What the...
Oh,
Oh, Oh, that's Bastian.
Not like in game, like what?
Can't.
Oh, I take my rapier and I stab Bastian. I stab him.
He's waking up too early. Stab him. Put him back down.
He turned into an undead. Kill him.
Wants to communicate.
Okay, fine. Let's take it. There was no time limit per se, right? Where we had to finish.
Nah, I don't think he said anything about a time limit.
Yeah, we're fine. We can take 3 years.
Fine.
All right. Let's see if we can go find someone that at least can, you know, look at his wounds and make sure they're not infected. I guess.
Yeah.
I guess we're traveling to Stoneport.
Yep.
As the wind is blowing through my hair. Heck.
Blowing your hair
Whoosh.
into your face. Like wind does
Yep.
normally.
All right. Stoneport is 2 days away. How would you like to get there?
Alive.
Yes.
Would you... I'm going to delete the blue line. Ba-doop. Who is your Pathfinder?
Wrong, edition, but let's see here. Who has the best perception score, I suppose. Right.
All right, so you're just going to, hike through the mountains. All right. You just fucking just keep going the same direction. That's fine. The hills are slow, so you're not going to move that fast through them. So you're going to end up around here-ish. And let's see about today's encounters. They're lovely. They're fine. It's a beautiful day. You end up that evening near a large pasture. There's a fence that it's more of like a small wall that goes along and it just kind of goes forever. And on the other side are a group of goats and a small herding dog, a small sheep herder dog. And the goats are just kind of grazing. The dog is sitting nearby, but perks up when you guys get near the goats.
Mm-hmm. Does it come over and investigate us?
If you start to get within 50 feet, it'll start to close the distance towards you.
I don't approach the
walk
goats,
towards you and kind of, it's guarding the goats from you.
What kind of goat?
No, the dog, not the goats.
The dog.
Yeah.
The goats.
The goats start growling at you. What do you do?
My
Oh no,
gads.
the wolf in
They're
sheep's
demons. Kill them.
There were wolves all along.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you can ignore these entirely and just go off and make camp or whatever you want to do.
Probably.
No,
what
wait,
we're gonna
I have a
do.
song for this. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, okay.
Because Mary had a little lamb, you know.
But they're goats. So close.
Close enough.
But I could probably improvise. You know.
Mary had a little goat, little goat, little goat.
No, a little kid, obviously. You know, Mary-
Oh, you're totally
Mary
right.
had a little kid. It changes the whole thing.
Yeah, it does change the whole. We'll have to examine that later.
Yeah.
Okay, so you ignore the goats and the dog and make some camp. And the next day, you head on into town. You walk through the farmlands. They're lovely. There's lots and lots of herded animals, goats, pigs. No pigs. You don't herd pigs. Goats, cows, sheep, that sort of thing. No encounters along the way until you make it lovingly to Stoneport.
Nice.
Lovingly?
Lovingly, because you
Lovingly, did you
loved
hear?
getting to Stoneport.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alrighty then.
So much
Bastian,
loving
can
here.
I get you to roll me a D10 for whether you get better or worse during that first day of travel?
Right. What do I want to roll?
You want to roll above your negative value.
Like that.
Definitely
Yes.
above.
Yep,
At
so you
-3.
gain 1 HP. So you just had to roll, you were at -4 before?
-3.
-3, yeah, so you just had to roll better than a 3.
Okay. Now I'm -2.
Yep. You arrive in Stoneport in the mid-afternoon. It is a bustling little town filled with no gnomes. Actually, they're filled
Perfect.
with one gnome. There's There's one gnome left in this town.
I avoid the crap out of him.
Okay, that's fine. But there's a nice stone port. There's a nice little lighthouse. Actually, it's not a nice lighthouse. It's a fantastic lighthouse with great craftsmanship and architecture. It looks Gnomish in make. It's got this big, like, rotating set of mirrors at the top and everything. But I don't think you're mostly interested in the temples and the clerical powers here. So you make your way through the middle of town to the big main temple there. Out on the front steps, there are 3 people that work at this temple. There's a middle-aged woman and 2 middle-aged men, all dressed in the robes of what is the word? Priests and priestesses, not quite clerics. You know, no spellcasting abilities here. And they're standing about talking while breaking off crusty bread and throwing it out into the open courtyard of the town for the birds. No, feeding the birds
For the poor people.
crusty bread for the poor children who just like run over and pick it up and
Now the people are birds. Neal. Here.
This sounds like a wonderful pastime.
hey,
Children
welcome
are
to America
birds.
where anything is possible.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm a horrible person.
Yeah.
Uh,
So here you are.
yeah. Hello, priests. Please hearken. We have an injured man.
They come over to see the wagon pulled by the donkey. What's in the wagon besides Big Bad Cane?
Oil.
Just oil and a wagon?
Just oil and a wagon.
Probably my bow.
Sure. They take a look at it. They see Big Bad Cane, you know, wounds, bruises, bleeding, clearly unconscious, you know, maybe a blanket put over him so he doesn't get sunburned while you're pulling him in the back of the cart.
Yeah.
Looks pretty bad.
Yes.
What happened to him?
Ogres.
Attacked us in the night.
Ogres tickled him a lot.
They take a look at you. They see your weapons and armor and everything, and say, "So, you're well armed. What is your purpose here?"
We're looking for someone who could tend to the wounds of our friend.
Yes, but what I'm asking is, why are you so heavily armed?
Oh, because there's like this gnome. I like shudder when I say that. That's
Say
like
no
raising...
more. We'll take care of your friend for you.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Oh, God.
That's like the secret phrase where you get into all the special stuff. There's this gnome.
So there's this gnome.
Well, at least
Say
in
no
this
more.
town at this point in time, they have a gnome problem that other adventurers failed to take care of, and is now still
Hey, that was
problematic.
me.
Yes, that was you.
Oh, so is this like a consequence of an earlier quest?
No, just at some point they had a quest to come and kill a gnome that was not leaving this town.
Oh.
And they decided that the gnome hadn't done anything wrong and people were just trying to murder him for no real reason.
Yeah, no,
and so
Joe
they,
was-
they opted
Joe just
not
tried to
kill him.
convince him to leave because people wanted to kill him. But he wouldn't leave, so it's just like, okay, fine. And then the rock was sent to go kill him, so he's dead.
Yeah, well, maybe. I don't know.
What?
The rock is dead now.
Yeah.
No, you clearly had Desmond go send the rock.
Well, yeah, I mean, but we never saw that quest get played out, so we don't know how it worked.
Rock probably forgot what he's doing like halfway there.
Possibly.
Killed something else, and was like, yeah.
No.
And Desmond's just like, God damn it.
Who didn't go home.
Okay.
God
okay.
damn it, Rocky boy.
So a cleric will give you, they'll heal you, which will give you back to 1 HP, and then someone will come by the next day and drop 2 Cure Light wounds on you,
All right.
for a total of 10 points of healing. So you'll be at 11 HP, 12 HP, after 2 days of rest.
Oh yeah, 2 days of rest. Yeah.
Yes. Is there anything you guys would like to do during those 2 days?
Not sing.
No singing is done.
No singing. I asked them if they have holy water. I suppose.
We don't typically give it out or sell it. It's used for religious purposes. It's not to be handed out to anyone who wants it.
Right.
Killing zombies a religious purpose?
I thought you were here for gnomes.
Yeah, there's a gnome raising zombies.
You're not here for the gnome that lives in town, then? I see.
What does
I
he
mean,
do?
maybe we could take
He
care of
lives
that. No problem.
here. That's what he does.
It's terrible.
I know.
What does he do?
He keeps inventing things and making new versions of the same. Look, he harasses our favorite bars. He's just always around. He's constantly chipper and rhyming and just so irritating all the time.
That's what they do. They start off, they seem so
Cute and friendly and quaint until the rhyming quickly wears on you, and then
and
they're
then before
everywhere.
you know it, they're like kicking people and freaking trying to take over the world and shit.
And they bring their friends and their family members, and you invite over 10 gnomes to help build the lighthouse, and 5 years later there's 60 gnomes living here. Oh man, it's a nightmare.
That's how they do it. And before you know it, everybody's a gnome.
Is he okay?
He has had some, some traumatizing events, I suppose you could say.
I see.
Those gnomes, I guess
Yeah.
they just get to you.
Well, I don't know anything about zombies and gnomes working together or any of that nonsense. I've actually never heard of a gnome raising zombies. It seems very non-gnomish in nature.
It's
so,
real.
well, that sounds like someone else's problem.
Oh, I
Like
suppose it's
ours.
no problem. Yeah.
Yes. Well, good luck with that.
Thank you.
We appreciate the help you gave the aid you gave our friend.
You're welcome.
Yes.
Good luck on your holy quest.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Perhaps. No, I don't say anything. Like I don't want to make promises. Okay. Are we just going to stay like 2 days here then?
Yeah, stay the time it takes to get him healed.
That's
And
like
then-
a month or something.
No, like for them to give him the heals.
So just the 2 days.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you guys gain 2 HP?
Everyone
Yay, I'm
gains
back up to
2, and then you traveled another. Everyone else should gain 3 HP. Yeah.
I didn't take any
I
damage.
haven't taken anything.
Perfect.
And we also have to travel again, so
Yes. So you're rested. You're healed somewhat. What do you want to do? Where do you want to go?
Let's
Is it time?
go back up and
It's
time to go. It's time to go.
All right.
Let's go Gundam.
Don't have time to dally here.
Let's go get him.
Big Bad
oh,
Kane will now hang back. He will not be the front line anymore.
Good. Where is our overland? Overland with oxen. So you turn around and you head right back over here. Can I get some sort of?
Perception
Can I get
check.
No, actually, I want a wisdom check from the party leader this time around.
Oh no, party
Wisdom.
leader.
Whoever's your pathfinder, whoever's
mean,
leading you
I-
through the woods, the wilderness.
I wrote it
willpower?
down. I have probably one of the highest wisdoms. I wrote down the directions, so
Sounds like you.
and I have the map.
And he has the map.
Well, it definitely sounds like you.
Nice.
Good job, Dora.
Very good. So sure enough, you are able to find this waterfall. You find it later in the afternoon. It comes off of a pretty decent height, maybe like 30 feet, before it crashes into a big pool at the bottom, where it looks like people have moved rocks away and kind of created like a rock barrier so the pool can be a little bit higher. And then there's like a small little waterfall that runs off of that down into the creek. There you go. You found the start point of your journey.
All right. Which direction does the waterfall point or go?
East.
So southeast. It's basically southeast of the waterfall's direction. That means. Well, that is north then. Well, no. Southeast of the waterfall's direction. Wait, does that mean that the direction the waterfall is pointing at is north?
No, waterfall's going east.
I don't know
just told you.
why. I don't know why he told us.
Southeast
the
of waterfall's
direction?
direction.
Let's just go southeast.
Yeah,
Just follow the waterfall. Just follow the waterfall.
Go southeast.
Okay, look, you can find it. It's fine. It's fine.
Southeast.
It's
And then
fine.
we need to find
But
an
okay,
oak
so the
tree
only
with
thing
red
is that
leaves.
it's late. It's late afternoon by the time you get to the waterfall.
Oh.
Do you want to try and find the thing today, or are you going to stay here for the night? Because if you walk away from the waterfall and camp in the morning, you might be like, which way was it? You know.
We should probably rest. But we also have to find the oak tree with red leaves, and it's unlikely to do so with no light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. So you guys rest up here.
You hear deep Swedish voices again.
This time it's
Again.
what kind of Swedish voice would it be? Water nymphs, Swedish water nymphs,
Vattnet är så
or
skönt.
water trolls.
Kom och bada.
Bastian, Big Bad Kane, will you please make me a perception roll while you are on watch?
Oh,
31.
Nice.
As you guys are sitting in your little camp nearby this creek and this waterfall and everything, you notice a creature kind of poking its head above the water line and just like pokes up until you can see its eyes, darts around, and then like lowers itself back under the water.
he kind of stands up as to go for a stroll, and like goes in a stroll from to everybody and wakes them up.
I equip my shield.
Yeah, and like there's something in the water.
I do like this, like what? Try to slap you away, like.
Kick him lightly against the head. There is
Ugh.
something.
I
in
start
the water.
putting my armor on.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
Everyone
once
wakes
my-
up. Armor is being put on across the board.
And nothing happens. Right.
Nothing yet has happened.
What have
There
we?
was something. There's something in the water. It was looking. It was coming to the surface. Had eyes.
What did it look like?
Dream again?
What did the eyes? Did it look a bit humanoid in that regard?
It looked humanoid, but I suppose, I mean, you got like the eyes and up, and that was it. Human.
I mean, yeah. From what I can judge,
head.
the eyes kind of.
Yeah.
It looked, at least from what I can see, the upper head and the eyes. It looked humanoid. Might be a bullywug or something else.
Alright, Joe will get on his armor.
Sure, you guys start packing up your armor and getting ready for mortal combat. When the thing
Strapping on his shield.
begins to poke its head up again and
What's it
comes
look like?
about to here and looks about. It either
Hello,
has
friend.
no hair, or maybe the hair is just like plastered against the side of its face because it's wet and coming up from the water, and it's late and you can't really make out very many details. It looks to be about medium sized, and in the darkness of night, it's really hard to make out any too many details. But it looks, and then it submerges again.
You see,
Alright. Joe's gonna go up to the edge of the water.
You have arrived at the edge of the water.
Alright. I say hello. Hello.
Take out a torch. Just
The
light it.
thing kind of pokes its head back up again. Again,
Alright.
just to
Hello
the
there.
eyes. And this
Alright.
time
Speak
it
common.
waits.
I'll crouch down. I'm gonna pull out a treat.
Mm-hmm.
Just, like, crouch down, pull out a treat, and like hold out the treat. I swear, if you guys attack this thing,
The creature's head just like moves closer and closer and closer until it's pretty close to the shore.
Mm-hmm.
It's with it, like if you stood in the water, you could reach out and feed it the treat sort of close.
I have my torch up. Like what like lighting a bit. Like what does it look like? Like close
It
up.
has thin black hair, which is plastered to its face because of the water that's surrounding it, or that was on it. It's wet, and it's got these kind of largish eyes and a very smooth, fair complexion. It almost looks elven, but not quite. It doesn't have pointy ears. It has a very small, rounded ears.
Okay.
Do you
I'll like
speak
shrug and
common?
like,
It doesn't answer you.
Right. Well,
I'm not
if you,
getting in the water with it, but I'll like toss the treat to it,
If you can
see
understand.
if it does anything.
Yeah, you toss the treat, and it kind of lurches up out of the water to open to bite the tree, and you can see that like where it's kind of like got like a long serpent-like neck. From here it's human, and then once you get past where the chin would be, it's just like continuing solid core, as if it's like a human head on the end of a worm or a snake or something. And it goes to bite the tree, catching it in its mouth, revealing like a ridiculously large, unhinged jaw with sharp fangs that like grabs the treat, and the whole thing submerges underwater again.
I'm very entertained by this, and terrified.
We should probably move a little bit ways away from the water. Maybe.
Yeah, I back up a little bit,
Like,
still crouched down.
we don't really want to find out if that thing's, got a taste for flesh. maybe?
It likes treats.
Yes, it's like you, I suppose, in that regard.
Does it ever like pop its head up again?
Well, let's take it a little bit at a time. Is there anything that you guys want to do before we just jump to Ever?
Yeah, I'll probably like move 5 feet back away from the shore, 5 to 10 feet back, and I'll just like sit down on the ground and wait for it to pop its head up again.
Okay.
I'm a little bit curious. I take out like one of my rations. I guess like a piece of cheese or something, or like dried meat, and like I throw it into the water to see if it like catches it on the water surface.
It doesn't. The thing floats on the water surface, and then there's like a bloop, and it disappears. And that could be, from a fish in the creek in the pond, or it could be from this weird monster.
Okay, well, I'm going back to bed, guys.
All right.
What did the body look like?
Time, right?
Past the head.
Is
Like-
water snake.
Scaly like a snake, or
What did the body look like past the head?
It was smooth like a worm or a snake or something. It didn't
But it looked
seem
like-
to have scales, or at least if it did, they were so small that it wasn't obviously. They weren't
But
large
it was
scales.
like,
So it could.
was it like any arms or legs?
Nope, just like a worm-like creature with a human head on the end of it.
Okay.
Right.
It's sort of like a palish green, blue, grayish skin.
Somebody else should. We should take the remaining watches and pass.
Yeah, go get-
Doesn't seem hostile right now, but we never know what could happen.
You could always provide more treats, right?
yeah. Bastian or Kane, go take some rest. I'll get it for a while. And on the rest of the watch, if I see it poke its head up, I'll throw treats to it.
Sure. It does appear every now and then. It appears maybe 2 or 3 more times over the course of the night. Always sort of out in the middle of the water, and it'll just pop up for a good 3 or 4 seconds, and then drop down again, and you won't see it for an hour, and then it'll pop up again.
Yeah. If I see it pop up, I'll like walk over with the torch, see if it does the thing again.
Yeah, no, it keeps its distance from you guys.
Okay.
It doesn't look like it wants to get too close or engaged with you.
All right, cool. But like after it drops down, I'll still like throw a treat out.
Sure. We can just go to the next day then. The creature does you no harm, you do it no harm. You just exist peacefully together.
Throw treats to it.
Into a peace treaty.
Yeah. A peace treaty.
Yeah, that was good.
And it is the next morning, and you guys can go looking for this tree with the red leaves on it.
And 1 more HP for me.
1 more HP.
All right, so we go northwest.
Yes, northwest past yonder hill.
Yep.
Right.
We are looking for an oak tree with red leaves.
Yes.
That should be relatively easy to find, in July.
Yes.
Yeah.
It should be.
Should stand out, I would say.
All right. You head out for maybe an hour before you come across the very tree that you're thinking about or looking for. It is a white oak, so white wood branches that kind of come up, and then big red leaves all over the top. And it's lit from in front because you're walking east. No, the sun rises in the east, so it's backlit about from the like rising sun, giving it like a burning, fiery look to it. And there it is, sitting on top of the hill, maybe half a mile from you.
Let's go
Right.
goon him.
Let's approach a bit more carefully, all right? A bit more, quietly.
Is there
You
anything
guys-
like moving around or like have we seen anything like as we've been walking?
I'm gonna give me a perception check as you scout the area around you, looking for trouble.
I'm so good at that.
Oh no.
Oh, I'm almost good at that.
There's nothing going on. It's fine.
It's all clear, guys.
Oh, perception checks? Or just from...
Mm.
No, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Everything is fine.
Yeah,
Fine.
it's fine.
Everything is fine. I don't know. We should
Totally
just,
fine.
Let's go.
Totally not a Whomping Willow.
I
You
like,
know what? Even if we don't see anything, there is potentially a gnome necromancer under that hill. So,
yeah, but if we haven't seen anything yet. I'm sure there's not even like
Remember the
that
tomb.
that many zombies guns to begin with.
remember the tomb. We did not see those traps either.
I don't
Neal,
want
you-
to
you
remember
better
the
not.
tomb, Kane. I want to forget the tomb. So, with that in mind, can we just go and look? It's fine, don't you know? You haven't seen anything. It's fine.
All right. You guys
It's
approach
fine.
the tree.
I approach.
You climb the hill carefully, keeping an eye out.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's
Fine.
fine. There's nothing going on here. You make it to the top of the hill. You're at the tree. You could reach out and touch it if you wanted to.
Yeah, it's fine.
Joe will
But-
touch the tree.
It's not there. No, I'm
What?
kidding. You touch the tree. It's fine.
Oh, come on. That would have...
Is it a nice big old tree, Neal?
It's actually fairly scrawny. It's about
Oh.
yay big around. Yeah.
All right, he's gonna pat the tree and say, "You grow big and strong, bud."
The tree does not respond.
That's okay. I
leaf
know it
falls.
understands.
We should
Good.
cut it down.
All right, well, start looking around for the entrance.
Yeah.
It is the entrance. Just no.
I think Joe starts looking up, trying to find the entrance.
There's no entrance in the tree branches. There's no door in the branches or anything like that.
Okay.
I'm searching the
Good.
ground, like around
Got
it.
it.
Like I'm guessing, like there can be like a maybe like a mound, like a little.
Yeah, you're searching around and you kick. There's a bunch of rocks and sticks and leaves, and you kick one of them, and it kind of like hinges a little bit, and you realize that it's actually a lever that you can use to pull, or not a lever, a latch that you can use to lift open a hatch.
Okay.
Figured.
A hatch
point.
latch.
A hatch latch.
Neat.
Right, nice point.
Yes, I am in the front. Right. Follow
It's,
me.
Is it locked? Yeah.
There we go.
No, it's not locked. You can pull it, and the hatch just pops up. You look
It's like
down.
a-
It is a small passageway. It's sized for a gnome. Who is the smallest person in the party?
Not me.
Joe or Victor?
Probably one of Joe or Victor.
I am. How tall am I? I am 5'8", and
Yeah.
150 pounds. Like just my person, though, not the other things. I guess.
Joe's 5'10", 160.
All right, so it looks like Victor is the smallest person in the party. Does that mean you're going first?
I mean, a noble shall lead by example, right?
Yeah.
That is true. How are you guys all going to... What are you going to do? Like, it's a tiny hole. Some of you are going to have a real hard time fitting
Yeah.
inside of it at all.
I'm gonna let Victor go down there and tell us if it opens up
Right.
to something that's easier to get into, because if it doesn't, I think the solution might be to just chuck fire down there.
So I'll take
I'd
it.
have to
Because
smoke
it's
it
kind
out
of
after all.
dark, right? So I had to like, if I can, if can I have a torch, but like climb with one hand, or so, is that possible? Like, can I like? Go
Yeah, you
down?
can torch with one hand. That should be fine.
Okay. So I'm kind of like have the torch at the ready, like climbing down slowly. Like if I can,
Victor,
Yeah.
do you really want to have a torch down there?
I can't see anything. How would I
pulls
know
out-
if the
he
opening,
pulls-
if it was opening up anywhere?
He pulls out a continual light stone. That should serve you better.
Okay, thank you. Guess like should I drop it down?
No.
I mean, hold on to it.
I'll extinguish the torch and take the light stone in my hand then. And,
It
like,
is there's a ladder that just descends into a pit going down, well, beyond the light radius of your light stone, so at least 60 feet.
mhm. I mean, I'll start like descending slowly. I
All right.
suppose.
Down Victor goes into the Gnomish pit of who knows what. And I think we're going to take our last break right here, and when we come back, we're going to see what is up with these gnomes. See you guys on the other side. Bye.